This is Vet Tales, the story of the sailing vet clinic. Last episode we finished our animal health projects in Punta, Colorada, where we castrated a cat and vaccinated the dogs. This episode we explore the stunning anchorages of Los Gatos and Agua Verde, where more veterinary reconnaissance awaits us. We are currently anchored up in the beautiful Punta, Colorada, which was our final stop on our mission San Jose, doing vaccinations for dogs and cats in the area and providing treatments for them, like flea and tick control medicine, worming medicine, and then any additional treatment they've needed. It's been a really big success. Between this mission, where we've visited the 4 towns north of San Evaristo, revisiting San Evaristo, and then the initial trip where we did San Evaristo and Isla Coyote, we've vaccinated and provided treatment to over 60 animals, which is pretty amazing along all of those towns. And as far as we know, we've vaccinated and provided worming and flea and tick treatment to every single dog and given them health checks, and most of the tame cats. But yeah, the mission's been a huge success. We'd like to say a huge thank you to everybody who donated specifically for that mission, because you guys helped us buy the vaccines, the worming medicine, the flea and tick control medicine, which was all very expensive and very needed. We'd also like to say a huge thank you to our patrons, because their ongoing support allows us to plan these trips and also fuels the mission, gets us here. So yeah, very important work, and we really, really appreciate it. So our plan from here, we're going to lift anchor here and head north. We're not sure exactly how far north we're going to go in one day, because it's going to depend a little bit on the weather and how we're going. But basically we've got to be in San Carlos in around 2 weeks, because my brother's getting married in 3 weeks, and so we're getting to San Carlos, getting Chuffed out of the water. San Carlos is literally 1/5 of the price of anywhere else we were quoted. San Carlos and Guaymas, much cheaper. So we got to zoom up there to get Chuffed there, get her out of the water. We're going to Australia for my brother's wedding. We're also going to work for a little bit, because we basically can't afford to go to Australia unless we work there for a while to pay off the flights. Then we'll be coming back to Chuffed. So the next 2 weeks is going to be go, 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 because yeah, we've got to travel up this coast, then cross over. We've got about like 60 miles to go north to Loreto, and then we may even want to try and get a little further north, and then it's going to be 90 plus miles across to San Carlos, which doesn't sound very far, but there's a lot of anchorages in between we'd like to see. And ideally we're trying to get to San Carlos probably in the next 7 to 10 days, so that we've got time to, you know, take sails down, deflate the dinghy, do all those things we need to do to get Chuffed ready to be hauled out. We're not leaving Chuffed in a marina or in the water, because she's aluminium. She does a lot better out of the water than she does in, where there is possibilities of straight current. So that's why we're doing that. And like I said, San Carlos is just the cheapest spot that we can get to quickly. So yeah, that's the plan. It's going to be all systems go. Very excited though. It'll be cool to it's kind of fun to be moving, you know. We feel like some of the other cruises we meet, where they're only in places for like a day, and then they go, and then a day, and then they go, and then a day, then they go, because we tend to hang in an area for a really long time so we can do the veterinary work. So yeah, we'll be moving. It'll be fun. Lifting anchor in Punta Colorada. We're in about 1.3 meters of water, and look, we're not even that close to shore. So I guess that's why not everybody can anchor here. Super beautiful though. Really glad we made the stop here, and obviously glad that we were able to help the animalitos here. And now we're gonna head, I think, to Puerto Gatos. We're gonna see how far we get today, but we're gonna do a slightly smaller trip today, I think, because it doesn't look like there's gonna be any wind. We don't want to motor for 8 hours. So the Puerto Gatos it is, which is about 20 miles. Part of this journey north is also doing a little bit of reconnaissance of the villages that we pass on the way, and how many people, how many dogs and cats live there, with the idea that when we come back this way, we might be able to continue our vaccination and animal healthcare campaign further north. Alright, yeah. Pretty sure that's the village of Timpapiche. Apparently there are a couple of houses there, so it might be good We are anchored up in Los Gatos. You can see why it's a very popular anchorage. It's pretty spectacularly beautiful with these red cliffs. We're anchored really close to shore. You can see behind us, we're super close in, and probably it'll be about a meter of water at low tide, so we're really taking advantage of the swing keel. And yeah, gonna probably go for a snorkel, gonna clean the hull, and just enjoy this beautiful anchorage. We're probably gonna go for a bit of a snorkel around the rocks here too. There's quite a lot of reef extending off the rocks. One of the videos that got the most views ever on YouTube, Jim, was one where I was like walking like my God.
Cool.
Check out. We're just leaving Los Gatos. Really beautiful anchorage. It was really nice spending the night, and we're heading up to Agua Verde. It's only about 20 miles. Yeah, there's a little wind. We'll see. Maybe we can sail. Might be a bit of a motor day. We'll see what happens.
We got a fish.
We think. Well, we definitely have a fish, whether or not he's still on there. He looks very blue in colour. On there? Might not be a very big fish. Whoop, there we go. I see him. Looks a pretty colour. Oh, he's not a very big fella.
No, he's not.
Do you want to grab the pliers?
Yeah.
Back here.
There's no more wind, so we're motoring.
So we're going to be rounding this point to get into Agua Verde. You can see there's a lot of reef, and apparently there's reef extending between this pinnacle rock and the point. But someone has kindly charted it all and marked the safe water. So we're going to try do that and come in through here. It looks like it's at least 15 meters all the way. So that should be fine, and then we'll be able to come around and get into Agua Verde even quicker. Check out if they've got this well. Right, we are in beautiful Agua Verde. You can see how it gets its name, because that is some pretty beautiful water. I mean, I think if I lean over, you can like see my shadow waving to you in the water. Super beautiful here. So the town of Agua Verde itself is actually just around this corner, and we've tucked in really shallow here in the a little southern bite of land. It's beautiful, it's picturesque. We'll probably go into Agua Verde later this evening and maybe get dinner at one of the restaurants because we're running out of food, and just see the town a little bit. We also want to kind of ask around a little bit about the dogs and cats in the town and whether they do get any vet care and how that works here, and if it's something that perhaps in the future we might be able to return and do some work here too. Right, we are rowing in around the corner here to go to the town of Agua Verde. Jim realised the direction I was pointing that wasn't the direction he was going. And we're going to hopefully eat out of the restaurant. Apparently there's 2 restaurants here, and just check out the town, and like we're saying, doing a little bit of reconnaissance as to how many kind of people and animals there might be here, what kind of access to veterinary care they have and that kind of thing. We waited until now because it's been very hot today.
It's the first time it's been hot in months.
Yeah, summer's finally here.
Yeah.
So this is the little town here on this beach. There's some very cool like snorkeling areas, and that's Chuffed way up in there. So if we're not mistaken, there is a little restaurant right here. Beautiful. You look pretty healthy, don't you? You little girl, little boy? Little boy, that's good. Hi. So there's a little mini market up here, this pink building, and they apparently are pretty well stocked with things like goat's cheese, vegetables. We're just going to have a little look. We don't really need too much, but worth a look. We've ran out of bananas days ago. And they got carrots too, and zucchinis. Are you good puppies? You are. That's good. Well, we're at the beautiful Brisas Del Mar restaurant. We got extra cornflakes because we ran out, dessert cereal, some veggies and bananas, and they now have Starlink. And we're uploading a Patreon update, a live Patreon update. Who would have thought? With an extremely beautiful view. Last night at dinner, we spoke to the woman who owns the restaurant about veterinary care in this area, and it sounds like they do have vets visit occasionally, volunteer veterinarians, but that there's a really big need for it and they need more. There's 100 dogs here at least, they estimate, and it turns out one of her little dogs was sick, so I went and just kind of checked on her last night and she didn't look super great, so we're going to go back in this morning with our actual veterinary supplies so that we can maybe give her some treatment and see how she's going. Above the rocks. I think we're good. I think it's just so clear that it looks like there's kind of rocks nearby and they're not that close. Hola. Está bien. Está bien. Yeah, she's had a bit of vomiting and she's really tight in the stomach. A little bit painful, so she might have eaten a little something that's upset her today. Good girl. But she's looking a bit better today. ¿Ella come hoy o no?
No sé, no pregunté. Dice que anoche un poco de vómito.
Okay. Pero no diarrhea?
No.
Lulu had been vomiting for 2 nights and hadn't gone to the toilet for a few days. Thankfully, she was already improving, so we just gave her a little treatment to speed up her recovery. No? I'm going to give her an injection for nausea, as well as something for constipation, because she feels a bit blocked up. Okay? Está bien, amor. Ya. Ok, bien. No tiene muy bien sabor. Yo sé, amor, yo sé.
Lulu, ven. Lulu,
Ay, no me gusta esta persona.
ya quiere ir al carro.
Yeah.
We heard from Leonor a few days later that Lulu had made a full recovery. Alright, Jim's detaching the snubber and we are about to head off here from Agua Verde, probably to Candelero, so we're going to kind of play it by ear a little bit today. There was a little bit of westerly wind this morning that we were planning originally to wake up early so that we could actually sail a bit today. But with the little pug having needing some veterinary care, we opted to not and to stay and help the animals. Although we are a sailing channel, we are veterinarians and animal care providers first. So yeah, it was worth it to make her feel so happy and hopefully feel better. It was also a really good contact to make because we now have Leonor's number and she's going to help us look at organising some campaigns here in the future, at least finding out what the needs are. It's a really big town, so it would require a lot of planning and a lot of funding because it's not just, you know, 20 dogs, we've got like 100 potentially, and it sounds like the spay and neuter is going to be necessary here, which adds to the expense, but we'll see how we go. Maybe we get lucky and there's a little wind, we'll see. Well, a little further left?
Yeah, probably like 10 to 20 degrees.
Okay. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Yeah. Our concerns about missing the morning winds were unfounded, with the sailing gods rewarding us for helping Lulu. Jesus. Oh man, I feel like we're healing so much. Thanks for watching. Next episode we continue speeding along on our journey north. You can help animals like Lulu by becoming a patron, donating or sharing this video with your friends. Until next episode, stay chuffed everybody.